Hey, what's going on with you guys? I just want to recap Teofimo Lopez's fight versus Compa yesterday. All in all, it was a good first fight back for Teofimo. I like what the matchmakers did. They gave him somebody who was a pressure fighter, somebody who's gonna come forward constantly, and he doesn't really have much defense. He's lackadaisical on defense, so it sets up to be you could say an exciting fight, but it definitely was going to lead to a stoppage eventually, especially if Teofimo's power carried up to 140 like most people thought it was, since he was struggling to make 135, right? We saw the power carry. The guy Comp really had a pretty good chin though. I give him that. He definitely had a pretty good chin. Um, there's a few things I wanna get on, right. Teofimo. Let's talk about Teofimo's performance first of all. I thought he boxed well, man. This is probably the first time that I can say I see Teofimo fight primarily on the back foot in any of his fights. He was constantly being pushed back, but I guess this was good, man. This is showing different layers to his game. He was definitely coming back. He was definitely fighting off the back foot. Timing combo with lead hooks. Threw the jab in there a few times. I wish he would have threw a little more body shots. Probably could have got him out. Probably could have got him out of there a little quicker. But all in all, it was a good performance. He looked sharp. Like I said, man, they said this was a good matchmaking fight from Top Rank. Said Teofimo with his first fight back after all that he's went through and everything like that. Especially considering, like I said, Compa is gonna come forward. He doesn't have much defense. He's a pressure fighter, so it makes it exciting. And then he doesn't have fast hands, right? He's not a slick boxer or anything like that, so he's there to be hit. So like I said, all in all, good performance from Teofimo. He got the win, got the knockout, and what was it, the seventh round if I'm not mistaken. So he did what he had to do. He put himself back into contention at the 140 to fight for a belt. And this is honestly, I didn't really care to recap the fight, but I did want to throw that in there. What I did care about is something that Teofimo said afterwards, right? In his press conference. Hold on, I wanna make sure I have that video up. So yep, we got it from Fight Hype. Let me rewind it. I think this is around the 230 mark. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm actually looking at, by the way. So this is the video I'm looking at. Teofimo Lopez responds to Ryan Garcia and upset De La Hoya. Close out Josh Taylor after Compa TKO, right? So let me go back though. We're gonna show a little bit of clips too, right? We're gonna show it. So this is where I want to say I think Teofimo is one of them guys that he's slick. He's making smart. I guess you could say smart boxing moves. And I feel like he's moving the goalposts, right? So immediately after the fight, when they're interviewing him about guys he want to fight, man, he was all on some, I really want Josh. He's pushing for the Josh Taylor fight. He's been pushing for it for a little while. I guess he's on the same way he was on it with Lomachenko is probably the same way he's on it with trying to chase down Josh Taylor, right? But when they named a bunch of other guys, he seemed willing. He seemed willing to go after it, right? But in this interview with Fight Hype, which I'm gonna play, let me get this clip loaded up, just so you guys can see, just so you guys can hear. Excuse me. I think this is it right here. I hope I got the exact time frame.
Next, the winner of
And this is why I'm saying he's moving the goalposts. This is gonna be something I'm gonna break down that he says.
Grace and Zepeda or Josh Taylor, or do you feel like?
Yeah, I want to shoot for the titles, you know what I'm saying? Having these guys like Barboza, Ryan Garcia, and all these other guys, I mean, it's just getting in my way of becoming a two-time undisputed world champion. I know I could do it within the next year.
Would you still want the Garcia, even though it's not a title?
Absolutely, but however, it's like, what does Ryan bring other than the fans? I understand you guys say it's going to be a lot of money and stuff like that, but y'all don't see my mindset. The money's always going to take care of itself, guys. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about that. I know where I'm headed. I'm headed to the castle, man. I'm headed to the castle. Shit,
Based on tonight, how would that fight go, though? Based on how you felt tonight, Tio?
All right, so this is what I want to say, right? So when it came down to this is why I'm saying he's moving the goalposts, right? This is why you gotta really listen to what these guys say. You gotta really keep up with a lot of their interviews and stuff like that, right? When it came down to him fighting Devin Haney, he had all the excuses in the world. Man, I need 10 million. Like they was trying to break the bank to fight Devin Haney, right? It wasn't about getting that last belt for the real undisputed. And I'm not even, I kind of not really mad at him for saying that he was undisputed, only in the sense that between technically he wasn't real undisputed. But Lomachenko got the vacant WBC belt. Devin Haney wasn't called for a mandatory yet. He was not called for a mandatory at the time. So it would have been Teofimo's IBF for Loma's WBC, WBA, and WBO. But Top Rank definitely made sure they put in that petition for the franchise belt. So just case down the line, Lomo wouldn't have to fight Devin Haney, right? They put that in there for a reason. They didn't want no purse bid or anything like that, and then they could still push the undisputed narrative with the franchise belt, right? But this is where I'm saying is he's moving the goalposts. When it came to Devin Haney, oh man, I need 10 million to fight. I need 10 million to fight. But now all of a sudden when it's Josh Hiller and all when they're putting up all these other guys' names that certain names that could possibly upset him, like the Barbosas, the Ryan Garcias, guys who don't have the belt, but he can lose to, because this is they're natural 140 pounders, and they're tough competition, right? He wants to go straight to the titles because, all right, if I get straight to the titles, technically he is going to get some decent money to fight Josh Taylor for sure if he fights him. But he's not trying to take that. He's not trying to take those chances of getting knocked out by Barboza or Ryan Garcia, especially if the money. Especially when he knows, like, those are guys he could lose to and not win the belts as well. So I definitely feel like there's a little bit of goalpost moving, but I'm not too mad at him. Teofimo's still a really good fighter. I'll take this off. I looped it way too many times. Teofimo's still really a good fighter, but I just feel like this shows you a little bit of the ducking that goes on, right? And how certain guys really don't want to fight other guys because of styles, man. And I think Teofimo knows he fights Devin Haney, it'll be a tough fight. A guy he's gonna have to chase around. He's not really the fleet of foot. He's not really a guy that's super technical. He does have some technical skill, but he's not out there floating in the ring, man. So I just want to touch on that. I would love to know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. Let me know if Teofimo is definitely moving the goalposts for certain fighters, or if I just would love to hear what you guys think about that. And with that being said, I'm gonna head up out of here. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, man. And comment in the comment section below. I'm out. Peace.